Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Metal Scourge here, and here today I thought, what a better way to start off the video by making or showing you guys a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. So this is my Melodious deck, and in case you don't know what Melodiouses are, they're mainly about fusion summoning and getting out really powerful monsters through polymerization or fusion substitute or any of those cards that allow you fusion. So, without further ado, here's my deck profile. So, for monsters, we will start off with one Shapina, the Melodious Maestra, and one Mozarta, the Melodious Maestra. Sorry if you can't see those, and sorry about the quality. It's just, this is all I can do for right now. But I run one Shapina, first of all, because I run other Maestras, because your fusion monsters will require a Melodious Maestra. Your more powerful fusion monsters. And what Shapina does is she allows you to add cards, light monsters from your graveyard to your hand once per turn. So, like, you can add Honest, you can add any of the other Melodious monsters because they're all light. And it's really nice. It's just a once per turn way to recycle your monsters. I also run one Mozarta, like I said earlier. Mozarta, I run one of her because her effect, she allows you to special summon monsters from your hand. And again, most of these Melodious monsters or effects revolve around special summoning. And they only go off if they're special summoned. So, you know, you could use special summon Aria and other stuff like that. And I feel like 1-in-1 is good. A lot of people probably run 2 Mozarta, 1 Shapina, or 1 Shapina, 2 Mozarta. I feel like 1-in-1 when it comes to dueling is my preference. Then we run 2 Opera, the Melodious Diva. Opera is a great card. If she's used for fusion material and sent to the graveyard, basically she has the ability to protect all your Melodious monsters from being destroyed by battle or card effect for the turn, which is really nice. So you can use her for fusion material, go into a fusion monster, and then dark hole the field, and they'll be protected, and you can go in for a direct attack. I run her at 2 just because 3 is kind of cloggy, and she's a nice 2300 attack point beater, level 4. So she's really nice to have at 2. Next, we run 2 Honest. Pretty self-explanatory. Honest, all your fairies are lights, so you can just pitch him, have your monster gain attack points equal to the difference, and then your opponent will be taking the damage. And he's semi-limited, but it's Honest. I run 2 Soprano, the Melodious Diva. Soprano's effect, in case you don't know, she's a polymerization, a field polymerization, which she allows you to fusion using monster you control as a fusion material, send them to the graveyard. So she can use monsters on your field and send them. And when she special summons, she can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So she's really good for decks like this. I like running her at 2 because 3 is kind of cloggy. You can run 2 or 3, actually. I have no preference, but I just run her at 2. This is a weird card, but I run 1 Hecatrice. Because we are playing Valhalla, and we are playing 2 Valhalla, which is the spell card I'll explain and show you later on. Just to search out Valhalla, you don't want to end up drawing 2 duplicates of Valhalla in your hand and have nothing to do. So this kind of just searches it out. We only run 1 Hecatrice though. I like to do 2 LG, the Melodious Diva. Her effect is when she's special summoned, she gives all your fairies a 300 boost, and this deck is all fairies, with the exception of a few cards. And then her effect is when she has the ability to protect your special summon Melodious monster from being destroyed by card effect. So her and Aria are like really good because then Arya prevents targeting, she prevents destruction of cards, so then they can't. So it's really nice. At 2. 2 solo. Basically, she has the ability to special summon herself if your opponent controls a monster, and if she's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Melodious monster from your deck. I run her at 2. I tried 1, and I like to see her because she's nice for kind of pinch sort of reasons. Your other Madonna of this deck. 2, Arya the Melodious Diva. Her effect combined with that, she's the one I was talking about with LG a few seconds ago, was her effect. While she special summons, she prevents all your Melodiouses from being targeted by card effects, as well as being destroyed by battle. So, really great card, especially with LG. Special summoned, you get a 300 boost. They can't be targeted, they can't be destroyed by card effects, and they can't be destroyed by battle. So they're literally indestructible. I run her at 2, only because 3 is cloggy with her. Because then you have stuff that you can't really do. And if you're building this deck, note that I don't have very many cards that target Melodiouses in this deck. I mean, it's okay if effect targets, like Call the Haunted targets a card in your graveyard. But she affects all cards on the field. So like Melodious monster that you have on the field, they can't be targeted by card effects. So you may be thinking, well, how the hell am I supposed to get around that? I mean, because it does affect your card effects too. So there are other Melodiouses that you can play that target another Melodious. Well, if she's special summoned on the field, she won't work. The effects won't work. So, yeah, that's why I like running her at 2. Graveyard effects are fine. It's just run her at 2. Then we have 2 Summoner Monk. This guy is just there to be able to, again, more special summons by discarding a spell card from your hand. You can special summon a level 4 monster, can't attack that turn from your deck. It's pretty nice. Yeah, you run 2 of him because, again, we do run a lot of spell cards in here. So, I run her. Definitely run her at 3 because she's an easy special summon. This is Sonata, by the way. This is an easy special summon. All you have to do is control a Melodious. You can just special summon her from your hand, and she automatically gives all your fairies 500 attack and defense boost. So you can really get some really high beat sticks on the field if you have 3 of her, and then have a special summon LG. Really great, and their effects stack. So, and they affect themselves too, so their effects stack. So attacking, you know that you can get over those heavy beaters. Now, part of the reason why I run 2 Shopina, part of the reason why I run 1 Shopina and 1 Mozart is because I run 2 of these. This is completely optional, by the way, but I like to run these. 2 Goddess of the Third Eye. Basically, her effect is she can be used as a substitute for any 1 fusion material. So she can be used as the Maestros, and you can get her out easily with Summoner Monk because he's a level 4. And yeah, you can go into place quicker. Then we run, for the last of the monsters, we run 2 Score the Melodious Diva. This card combined with Honest, game breaker. Because what she does is, basically whenever a Melodious monster battles, you control battles, you can discard her from your hand, without targeting, it makes the opponent's monster attack and defense 0. So like, if you use Honest first and then chain her effect, you can easily OTK someone with that. I've done that so many times. And it's a quick play effect, so you can use it during either player's turn. It's really nice. And that's the last of the monsters. Now we will move on to spells and traps. Alright, first we run 2 Fusion Recycling Plant. In case you don't know what this does, basically you can discard 1 card and you can add a polymerization or Fusion Substitute, because it's always treated as poly. You can add 1 polymerization Fusion Substitute from your deck to your hand, and then during each of your end phases, you can target 1 monster that was used for a fusion summon this turn and add it to your hand at the end phase. So it's really nice because you can search your graveyard. Sorry if I misinterpreted that earlier. You can get it from the graveyard. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with that. Get your fusion monster back. It's great. Don't run 3 because it's really kind of cloggy. I run 2. Now, this is completely optional. I run 3 poly. You kind of need poly for this deck, but you don't have to run 3. I mean, you can do Fusion Substitute as well. The reason why I run poly is because you can fusion from. I like being able to fusion from your hand and field. Where Fusion Substitute, while it's treated as a poly, only allows you to fusion from the field. So, but you can banish Fusion Substitute and send 1 monster you control back to the graveyard and draw a card. But I just run 3 poly because it's nice. One terraforming, search out Fusion Recycling Plant. 2 Dark Hole. Again, if you have Arion LGL or you use Opera for a fusion monster, you can Dark Hole the field. Their monster will be destroyed. Going for direct attacks. I might switch that out for a Regeki if I have enough cash or cards to get one. But for right now, 2 Dark Hole. And sorry if I'm stumbling a lot, and I'm kind of just winging it right now. This is going to be my first YouTube video I'm going to upload, so bear with me. They'll get better. I'm kind of just doing this unedited. I don't really have any editing equipment. I'm just kind of winging it, so again, bear with me. I also have Constellar Belt. What this card does is it allows you to, it basically protects all your light monsters. So their effects cannot be negated. And it's a continuous spell card. So meaning, and it even works, even though it's a spell speed of 2, because it's a continuous trap, if you can manage to get that on the field before, and your opponent has like a Solemn Strike, that like stuff that negates activation of stuff, this would go first. They can't Solemn, I mean, if this is already on the field and they try to Solemn Strike a monster or negate effect of a monster, and it's light, they can't do it. It won't go off because this protects them. So I only run that at 1, but it's really nice. I like it. Two Valhalla, self-explanatory. It's a field advantage because once per turn, if you control no monsters, you can special summon 1 fairy type monster from your hand. Nice way to get Arya, Multarda, any of those. Really nice. Situational, but it's really good for any fairy deck. So I run that too. Interesting one. This is the quick play spell card Celestial Transformation. This one's kind of risky, but I mainly use it for LG because LG is a level 5, and you want to be able to get LG special summoned by a card effect because you can't. I mean, you could tribute summon her, but if you were to Dark Hole the field, she'd still protect all your special summon monsters, but she won't protect herself. So that's why you want to. But what this does is you can special summon 1 fairy type monster from your hand, but its attack is half and it's destroyed at the end phase. So what I commonly do is use this with LG. Sure, her attack may be half, but she'll be gaining a 300 boost because her effect stacks from her own effect, and she's at 2,000 attack. So she would basically lose 700 attack total, because then she'd be at 1,000 plus 300. So it's kind of It's really nice, especially if you have Arya on the field. I just run one though. And for the last of the spells, we have 2 first movement solo. This is basically a Valhalla for Melodious monsters. I tried running 3, it got really cloggy, but you can special summon a Melodious from your deck, hand or deck. You can only activate 1 of these per turn, and that's if you control the monsters, but in case you don't have Valhalla, you always have 2 of those to look forward to. So you can just play it and then let it resolve, and then it's pretty nice. And it also says you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, except when I activate that card, except for Melodious monsters. It's really nice. Just run it 2. And then for the last of the main deck, we only run 2 traps. And that's just 2 Call of the Hunted. Bring back your monster, special summon. That's, again, LG combo, special summon LG, can't be destroyed, even if they MST it, she'd be fine. So it's just nice. I also tried running, at one point I tried running Fusion Gate, which is a field spell that allows you to fusion monsters without a polymerization, but they're banished instead. And then I also tried to run 2 Miraculous Descent, which allows you to special summon a banished fairy type monster. But that didn't work out so good, so just stick with 2 Call and then use 2 Fusion Recycle to play. It's much better because you can just keep on recycling your stuff. It's really good. And now for the extra deck monsters. First of all, we run 3 of each. I run 3 of each. We run 3 Schuberta the Melodious Maestra. She's your basic fusion monster. She's really good. All she requires is 2 Melodious monsters. And then during either player's turn, you can target up to 3 cards in either player's graveyard. And banish them, and then she gains 200 attack for each. So you can get rid of those really pesky monsters or spell cards that you don't want your opponent to use, or trap cards, whatever. It's really nice. Such as if you can manage to get over, I was dueling my friend once with True Kings, and I managed to destroy his Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which is a really bastard monster. I hate that deck so much. That's beside the point. I managed to get rid of that, and then I used Schuberta and got rid of it and banished it for good, because usually there are very few cards that bring back banished cards. I mean, there are, but it's just nice to be able to banish and get stuff back. And then she's also a 3k beat stick, so 3,000 attack point beat stick. And it's nice. Then we run 3 Bloom Prima. She's really nice. She's a multiple attacker. She gains 300 attack for each fusion material used on that card. For that card, she requires 1 Melodious monster and 1 Melodious Maestro monster. I'm sorry, 1 or more Melodious monsters and a Melodious Maestra, aka Shalpina, Schuberta, or Goddess Third Eye. Anyway, she's really good. She can attack twice, and if you have, again, all you really need is Arya on the field, and then use something for fusion material. Use like 3 or 4 fusion material, or use Opera with one of them and give her an attack boost, and then protect her for card effects. I mean, Arya protects from targeting and destroying by battle, which in Yu-Gi-Oh! I find I'm much more worried about being destroyed by battle than I am card effects, because yeah, it just makes sense. I mean, not very many people run cards that destroy. I mean, obviously negating and stuff, but for her, and when she is destroyed, you can search for a Melodious monster from your graveyard to your hand and add it. So she's good. She can attack twice, so she can get really powerful. And then your boss monster, I run 3 Bloom Diva, my prima donna of this deck. She's the absolute boss monster. I mean, when you summon her, it's pretty much GG. I mean, people get pissed about this card. I mean, yeah, she can get around. She's tricky to get around because her effect is she can't be destroyed whatsoever. She can't be destroyed by battle. She can't be destroyed by card effects. And you take no battle damage involving her. She also has a secondary effect where when she battles a special summon monster, you can inflict damage equal to the two attacks. I mean, I wish she had zero attack because then they'd be taking more damage, but and then you can destroy that monster, inflict damage equal to your opponent between the difference between two attacks. She's really nice. Yeah, she requires one Melodious Meister monster and a Melodious monster. Really simple to get out. She's a little tricky, but she's really nice. She can't be destroyed. And then if you have Ari on the field, again, targeting, destroy, can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, cannot be destroyed by battle, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Basically indestructible. I mean, it can be banished, but... And it's a passive effect, so unless someone negates the summon, you really can't negate her effects. It's all passive, so your opponent can't really do anything. And then we have a couple XZs of monsters. We have one Black Chip Corn. His effect, he takes 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach 1 material. Target 1 monster less than or equal to attack equal to this card. And then send it to the graveyard. And then inflict 1,000 on your opponent, but he can't attack. Just nice to get over Beat Sticks. And note how this is one of the cards that can actually probably get over Bloom Diva if I'm ever facing her. Because note that she only has 1,000 attack and it doesn't destroy, it sends. There's a difference between sending and destroying. But it's pretty nice. One Gaga Cowboy. He can inflict 800, or you can make a monster lose 500 attack, and then him gain 1,000. And then I run one Carnagorgon, the I can't say it, anti-luminescent, you know what, screw it, anti-luminescent knight, close enough. Basically, he can basically detach during either player's turn for a card effect that would target him. You could target a detach, target a different card on the field, and then that becomes a new target. So you can really play around with your opponent with that. You know, just detach, target one of their powerful ass monsters, destroy it or something, negate its effects. Pretty cool. And that's it for my Melodious Deck profile. Try to give me a thumbs up or see what you guys think, and yeah, there'll be more where that came from. Talk to you soon, YouTube. Thanks for listening, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day now.